What's good, Illumineers? My lorcana fam out there. AZ Aquaman here with another video for you guys. So we got a spicy one today. I got a deck profile here, Emerald, Sapphire, Mufasa. I'm enjoying this deck. Now, be mindful, okay? Before I do the deck profile, I'm not saying this deck is tier 1 and would just crush everything, but two things I like about this. It can compete and it can win, and it's just super fun. Well, three things, and Mufasa's in this one. So this is gonna be a deck profile on Emerald, Sapphire, Blue Fasa, Mufasa in the squad. So I hope you guys like the deck profile. Same thing, I'll try to make this short and sweet. So here we go. One drops, got the popsicle. We got develop your brain, and those are our one drops right here. Popsicle is a good opener, and so is develop your brain to just draw cards or, you know, scry and filter through some cards, possibly things we need. So those are our one drops. Our two drops, we're going into our ramp package here. We've got Tipo and Sails the Azurite Sea for our ramp package. And then our other two drops here, we've got Vision of the Future to just search, so good. Checking the top 5 cards and being able to grab anything from that to grab your combo pieces is very good. Song package, we've got Heplumps and Woozle, very good to just somewhat control the board with muses, because you're able to bounce something back and have one of your opponent's character from questing or prevent them from questing. And then another one I run 4 of is Strike a Good Match. Same thing, it's so good with Muse. You can sing it with Tipo. You can dig through combo pieces and then discard cards you don't really need. And then the 2 ofs I'm running, we're just running 2 Medal of Heroes. This can win us games, but with this build, with the old Blue Fasa build I had, we were depending a lot on Mufasa to basically one-shot turn your opponent. We still have that option for this, but with some of the new cards, we don't have to completely depend on Mufasa anymore, but he is still there. There are other characters and cards here to gain us some lures now and do some more combo shenanigans. And you'll see that later. So those are our 2 drops. Going on to the 3 drops, we just run 4. 4 you came backs, so you can just keep readying up your Mufasa or your other characters. I'll show you guys the other new characters I'm using in this deck. That's our only 3 drops. 4 drops. This is our control aspect of the game. 4 muses, very good with singing songs, being able to somewhat control the board. And just, the point is to just slow down your opponents to try until you start grabbing a lot of your combo pieces. This is why this deck's so fun, because it is, yes, it's combo reliant, but that's the fun part about it. It's like, to me, it's like a puzzle piece or a puzzle game where you're trying to grab your puzzle pieces from your scrying or your deck searching and your drawing until you get the combo pieces you like, which is, I don't know, I think that's a fun way to play the game. Another one would be Grandma Tala. It's another card that lets us scry the top 2 cards and then grab whatever piece we need. And also she's a 3/3, so she is very good at challenging or trading into things that we need. And she can sing, you know, songs up to 4 costs. So, and speaking of songs, our song package here, we'll do 4 How Far I'll Go to just do the same thing. 1, it can ramp us up, and then, you know, look for our combo pieces. And then our last song here, 2 You're Welcomes. 2 to me is enough, because I basically either just ink it or use it if I really need to get rid of like a location or like a big character that needs to be taken care of. a lot of the times, honestly, I'll use your welcome to just like try to get more draws on my end, so I can keep the drawing, the combo pieces to yeah, get my Mufasa going here. Next up, let's shuffle some of this real quick. All right, 5 drops. Some people might disagree with me, but I know some people agree with me at least. To me, I think this new Rapunzel is good. I know some people will definitely disagree with me on that one. So I'm running the new Rapunzel. I think she's good, especially with this deck, because you're able to, if you ramp up on turn 2, you're able to drop this Rapunzel on turn 4. So yes, yeah, you can hit it with Zeus and you can hit it with Strength of Raging Fire if they have enough characters. But this Rapunzel, being evasive, lets you sing songs. And like I said before, with the older build, Mufasa was like your only win condition. And you didn't really have any other characters that are able to quest out. Now we have questing power with Mufasa. So for those who don't know, she's an evasive, and whenever this character quests, chosen opposing character can't quest during your turn. So not only is she evasive, where you can sing songs, you can quest for 2 and then negate one of your opponent's high questing characters to quest, or negate an opponent's character that triggers an effect by questing. So I don't know, I really like her. Dropping her on turn 4 or sometimes just on turn 5 anyways, because we're probably dropping a Muses turn 4 to try to control the board, but dropping her turn 5 is a good curve. Yeah, she's very helpful. The point of this deck is for you to try to get the combo pieces, and then just try to slow your opponents down as best as you can, and you're able to do that with this Rapunzel while questing. So it's a built-in Heffalump and Woozle without the draw, and just her being evasive I think is really good. The other 4 ofs, we're going on the 6 drop now. I like it. We're running 4 Rayas. Raya just combos off. We're basically running like 8 You Came Backs essentially, because now at least you have a You Came Back that has a body on board that could quest for 2. So essentially, and I've had games before where I had lethal if I just needed 1 You Came Back, because if this stays on board and your Mufasa stays on board for at least a turn, I don't know, it's almost like good game. Yeah, I've had instances where, you know, I had Raya on board and I'm like, I just need a You Came Back and it's game, because she's gonna stand up your Mufasa and she's questing for 2 also. So it's essentially, that's the way I see it, is you're running 4 You Came Backs with Raya, except this is a You Came Back with a body, which is nice. And then also, like I said earlier in the video, we don't really like just depend on Mufasa to one-shot kill anymore. We can actually gain lores and quest out here nowadays, because I've had instances like this where if you don't answer these, they just pair well together also, because you can quest with Rapunzel, gain 2 lores, quest with Raya, gain 2 lores, exert 2 to pay for Raya's skill, because for those who don't know, when this character quests, you may pay 2 to ready another chosen character. So just ready them. So you can quest, that's 4, activate her skill, restand your Rapunzel, quest again for 2, and then now you're having 2 characters not being able to quest on the opposing side, and then you just grabbed 6 lores off that. So the Raya thing isn't just for the Mufasa. Yeah, these 2 like pop off and go well together. Yes, these 2 would be nuts if they stuck around, but it's a lot harder to just have 2 Raya sticking around, but it is a possibility. But yeah, Raya just pairs well with Rapunzel, and she pairs well with, of course, the big boss monster himself. We're running 4 Mufasas. because Raya also pairs well with Mufasa. If these two stick on board, yeah, it's almost like it's lights out, because you're essentially questing for 6 just for these two, and then we're not even talking about if you had Medal of Heroes. So just this deck runs smoother in terms of Mufasa isn't our one-shot killer anymore like it used to be. We still have that power, but now we have some of the new cards here to help Mufasa out, to help gain lores and quest out and slow your opponents down, because that's the point of it, is try to get the combo pieces and then just quest out with your combo pieces until you basically go to 20. And this card definitely helped out big time by slowing your opponents down while you're gaining lore. And then Raya essentially is another "you came back" that works well with Mufasa and works well with Rapunzel. It works well if you're able to have these two stick on board. It's basically game over, but that's definitely harder to do. But Raya just complements well with these two. I mean, you can't, obviously it works well with other characters too, but just Raya just pairs well with these two so much. So that's that. We'll try to, let's do some Mulligan for the hands here. I'm just gonna shuffle this. Shuffle this out here. But yeah, I'm enjoying this deck a lot, so. It's really fun. It's just fun all around, because it's just, I don't know, it's different. And I've said it before, and I've said it earlier in the video, it's just, the deck is just fun in terms of like, it's like a puzzle. You're playing the game, you're trying to get your combo pieces, your puzzle pieces. The one thing with this deck is, if you mess up on singing with somebody that you're not supposed to sing with, or challenging or turning a character, or even picking out like a wrong card from either Visions or How Far I'll Go or Grandma, like stuff like that, or inking the wrong card. That's the one thing with this deck, is it's not very forgivable. It punishes the player a lot. So it's definitely a lot harder than, as much as I love Steel Fasa, it's definitely a lot harder to pilot than Steel Fasa. So we're just gonna, I think this is good enough. If it's still stuck and clumped up together, I'll just reshuffle, but I think this is good enough. All right. Okay, I'll cut this. Now let's show you guys what I would keep in a mulligan. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And like I said before, with mulligans, this is how I would mulligan. So if some of you guys, would mulligan something different, let me know in the comments. I mean, that's how I get better. That's how we all get better. Okay, let's just keep it. So at this point, honestly, we don't have a ramp, and we need a ramp. So I think I'm gonna, if I don't know what I'm playing against, so I'm definitely keeping the muses just in case if we are playing against like low to the ground characters, we can at least have the muses to bounce those characters. And honestly, I'm gonna put back the rest because we need to dig for a turn 2 ramp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll put everything else back. We'll draw 6. There's a ramp. That's good. That's good. 5, 6, and 7. Very nice. All right, so at this point, we'll probably do turn 1 Popsicle, turn 2 Sails, turn 3, depending on the matchup, Muses. And then, like I said, it's not like a straightforward line. You have to pick what cards to play depending on, you know, your matchups. But we're just gonna go with like the basic line. So we're just gonna Popsicle turn 1, Sails turn 2, and then Muses turn 3. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna ink the Raya and then play the Popsicle for 1, draw a card. We got the Mufasa super early, and then we'll pass turn. And then we go to our turn. This is why Teepo's so good. At this point, hey, I'm gonna ink. You're welcome. Play the Sails. And then I'm gonna just ink the middle of Heroes, and then I'll pass. Yeah, it sucks that we did not get a Teepo, but it's not like the be-all end-all. We did get the Rapunzel, that's good. So at this point, what I'm going to do is we did have a... Hey, Rocket, stop. We did get a Searcher. So since we have how far I'll go, like I said, depending on the matchup, if they got lower to the ground characters, I'll probably just play the Muses here. So I'm gonna ink the Grandma and play the Muses, pass turn. It's our turn again. Got the Popsicle. So I would probably sing. So here's how far I'll go, and here's my hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna take the Grandma. If they've got a bunch of like super low to the ground characters, I might consider the Muses just because it helps control and bounce. But we do need a Searcher, so I think I'm gonna take the Grandma in here and then just ink this and then bounce one of their characters. So we do have the Grandma. So what I'm gonna do is I would probably just ink the Popsicle and then play Rapunzel for 5 and then pass. At least we have a Searcher since we had to ink this Popsicle, because I would rather have a character on board. And then I'll pass turn and then do what they need to do. Like I said, this is just the basic line of what I would do. I know there's other variables that can come to play, but I'm just trying to make it as basic and simple as possible. So we'll draw. Oh my goodness, that is not good. So thank God for Grandma. We'll hit Grandma there. We're gonna take the Popsicle. We're gonna play the Popsicle for 1, draw a card. Oh my goodness. And then we're just gonna ink the Teepo here. So we do have 5, 6, 7. We just need 1 ink to play our Mufasa. So at this point, we're just gonna try to slow things down. So we're probably just gonna quest for 2, slow a high quester down. And then if their quest points are starting to get up there, I might trade my Muse with something to just slow them down. But other than that, I'll probably just quest and then I'll just pass turn here. Or other things like if they have a Shmi, take out the Shmi with the damage and then just heal your Muses with the Popsicles. But all right, so it's our turn. Let's go with our turn again. If we only run 12 uninkable, so we should get an inkable character, inkable card. So perfect, ink. Now we play Mufasa. Shuffle this, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll pick this one and this one. So we did get the Raya. We already inked for the Teepo, or we already inked for the turn. So at this point, more than likely, we're probably just going to need to control the board, so we'll just probably quest out, no questing, and then maybe trade Grandma with something. And even if we have to, probably trade our Muses. But other than that, we don't have any songs, so we already inked, so we're gonna have to pass turn. But yeah, as you guys can see, that's how it goes right here. And then now we have a live Mufasa. If they don't take care of Mufasa, it's gonna be a good turn. So we have 6, draw a card, perfect. So at this point, what we're gonna do is we're gonna probably sing this. I'll take the visions, ink this, bounce one of their characters, and then I'm going to play Raya for 6, and then ink my Tipo, and then quest with Mufasa, and Mufasa readies up your inkwell, and then we do have 8 now because of that ramp, and then you play your second Mufasa. At this point, if it's probably, you're gonna get game if this is the type of setup you're getting. So, but yeah, this does happen though. It can happen like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll take these 2, and we grab another Tipo. But we do have divisions. So at this point though, we're in good shape. Like, you're probably gonna get game at this point, and you're just gonna quest with the Rapunzel, no questing, and then yeah, you probably have game. But like I said, this is obviously if nothing's getting touched really, but that's kind of like the lines of what it would look like, and that this scenario plays out like I said, it plays how it's supposed to play out. And you know, I shuffle the deck, I randomize it, and I just played how the lines are supposed to play, and you guys can see that's what's supposed to happen. But yeah, Pete will kick you in the ass. Just letting you guys know. Pete is our kryptonite, because one Pete we can get away with, but if they're repeating, I don't know, man. You probably just should scoop up and then save some of your brain power and energy and go to the next game, because if you're getting repeated, yeah, it's tough to come back, because we do have lots of actions here. But the deck now, I think, flows a little bit better compared to the older build, because we depended too much on Mufasa in the older build. Like, once Mufasa gets answered, it almost feels like we literally just die and lose. But now we have all these characters that can combo out with each other, that can quest for us and slow opponents down. You know, we have Raya to just quest and restand Mufasa or Rapunzel's. It's definitely a lot better than the older build. But hope you guys liked that video and the little bit of that mulligan action. That's how I would mulligan. That's how I would play the lines. Like I said, it was just like real basic lines, just to show you guys what kind of things you should be looking for and what kind of things you should be inking and all that stuff. So it's just like a real basic line. I think that's it. Hopefully you guys like the deck profile. You guys try it out. I don't think you guys will be disappointed. It's very fun. It might take a few tries to get the hang of the deck, because it's not one of those like easy lines and easy decks to just pick up and play like aggro stuff. Combo decks they tend to be a lot harder to play with, and then you put the variable on top of that with, you know, trying to play with a live opponent, where now a lot of things can happen. So just be warned that it'll take a few practice runs to get the hang of this deck. But once you get the hang of it, I promise you guys, it's such a fun deck, and it's Mufasa. So yeah, all right, stay tuned till next video, and thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for watching the video, and as usual, I'm gonna say it again, for the people that aren't subscribed and you are watching my video, I appreciate you guys for still tuning in. And for the people that are subscribed and still watching the video, I appreciate you guys and thank you for the support. And yeah, if you guys like the videos and continue to like the video and you want me to keep going with this, please like and subscribe, because that does help out the channel. So till next time.